Hello there. When we talk about Islamic culture here in the UK, it's like opening a massive, colourful spice tin. You don't just find one thing, you discover a whole world of different aromas, textures and histories all nestled together. British Muslims come from every corner of the globe, from Pakistan and Bangladesh to Nigeria, Turkey, and even from families who have been British for generations. This means that there isn't just one way of being a Muslim in Britain. It's a beautifully mixed community, and this variety is what makes it so vibrant and full of life, adding so much to the story of our country. This diversity isn't just about where people's grandparents came from. It also shows in how they practice their faith. For some, faith is a very personal and quiet journey, a private conversation between them and God that guides their daily actions and choices. For others, it's a much more communal experience, deeply connected to their local mosque and community events. Some people will wear traditional clothing like a hijab or a shalwar kameez as a visible expression of their identity, while others may choose to dress in a way that doesn't outwardly signify their faith at all. There is no single rule book for cultural expression, just shared beliefs. Thinking about this reminds me of baking. You can have a single recipe for a cake, but depending on who bakes it, the final result can be wonderfully different. One person might add a pinch more cinnamon, another might use a different type of flour, and a third might decorate it with a completely unique pattern. It's the same basic recipe, but their individual backgrounds and personalities shine through. In the same way, British Muslims all share the core principles of Islam, but their cultural heritage and personal experiences create a rich and varied expression of that faith across the country. This variety is something to be celebrated because it challenges the simple, often incorrect pictures that people sometimes have in their minds. The Muslim community in Britain is not a single, solid block of people who all think and act the same. It's a living, breathing and constantly evolving part of British society. It includes doctors, artists, teachers, taxi drivers and of course bakers. Each person has their own story, their own dreams, and their own unique way of blending their faith with their British identity, creating a culture that is dynamic and truly special. If you want to find the beating heart of many Muslim communities in the UK, you only need to look for the local mosque. These buildings are so much more than just places for prayer. They are bustling centres of community life, where people gather not just to connect with God, but to connect with each other. Mosques are places where friendships are formed, where children learn about their heritage in weekend classes and where support is offered to those who need it. They are hubs for charity work, hosting food banks and fundraising events that help everyone in the local area regardless of their faith. One of the most fascinating things about mosques in Britain is how different they all look. You might see a grand, purpose-built mosque with a beautiful dome and towering minarets. A stunning piece of architecture that stands proudly in a city skyline, but just a few streets away, you might find a mosque in a converted Victorian terrace house, its original brickwork now home to a prayer hall. Some communities have even transformed old churches or community halls into their sacred spaces. This variety in architecture tells the story of adaptation and resilience, showing how communities have lovingly created a space for themselves wherever they have settled. Of course, these community hubs become even more important during special times of the year, like the holy month of Ramadan. For a whole month, Muslims fast from sunrise to sunset. It's a time for reflection, patience and empathy for those less fortunate. It's not just about not eating or drinking, it's a spiritual MOT. The evenings are filled with a special sense of togetherness as families and friends gather to break their fast with a meal called iftar. The mosques are often filled to the brim with people sharing food and praying together late into the night. And then, after the month of fasting, comes the biggest celebration of all, Eid al-Fitr. The feeling of joy and excitement on Eid morning is just infectious. People put on their best new clothes, visit the mosque for special prayers, and then spend the day visiting family and friends, sharing delicious food and giving gifts. It's a time of immense happiness and gratitude, a wonderful reward after the discipline of Ramadan. It's a day full of laughter, hugs and mountains of sweet treats, a truly beautiful expression of faith, family and community spirit that lights up homes across Britain. Islamic culture in Britain isn't just found in mosques or during festivals, it's expressed in the most creative and delicious ways every single day. Art has become a powerful way for British Muslims to share their stories and explore what it means to be part of this country. Photographers, for instance, are capturing the incredible diversity of the community, moving beyond tired old stereotypes. Exhibitions like Mahtab Hussein's work in Birmingham use powerful portraits and images of mosques to show the real human faces of British Islam, celebrating individuality and shared heritage in a way that words sometimes can't. This creativity flows into so many other areas, from fashion to film. We are seeing a new generation of designers creating modest fashion that is both stylish and modern, giving people more ways to express their identity. Writers and poets are crafting stories that reflect their unique experiences, building bridges of understanding with wider audiences. There are also filmmakers and comedians who use their platforms to challenge misconceptions and share their perspectives with warmth and humour. This artistic boom is helping to shape a confident and contemporary British Muslim identity that is visible, proud, and very much a part of the UK's cultural landscape. And we absolutely cannot talk about culture without mentioning food. For me, food is the ultimate connector. It's how we show love, how we celebrate, and how we preserve our heritage. The aromas of cumin, coriander, and cardamom wafting from kitchens are a huge part of the sensory experience of Islamic culture in Britain. From a hearty lamb biryani shared at an Eid gathering to the simple, comforting bowl of lentil soup used to break a fast during Ramadan, every dish tells a story. It's a story of family recipes passed down through generations, adapted with a British twist. Sharing food is an act of hospitality that lies at the very core of the faith. It's a way of welcoming neighbours and strengthening community bonds. The wonderful thing is that this culture of sharing has spilled out into Britain's high streets. The popularity of curry houses, kebab shops and bakeries selling baklava is a testament to how much these flavours have been embraced by everyone. Food has become one of the most successful and joyful ways that Islamic culture has integrated into and enriched the British way of life, proving that a shared meal can be the most powerful conversation starter of all. While there is so much to celebrate, it's also true that being a Muslim in Britain can come with its challenges. Sadly, some people hold prejudiced views, and the community often has to deal with the unfairness of Islamophobia. This can take the form of hurtful comments on the street, discrimination in the workplace, or negative portrayals in the media. It can be tough and disheartening, especially for young people who are trying to find their place in the world. These experiences can make people feel isolated or misunderstood, and it takes great strength and resilience to face them with dignity. However, the British Muslim community has responded to these challenges not with despair, but with a determination to build bridges and create positive change. All across the country, individuals and organizations are working tirelessly to counter misinformation and foster dialogue. They do this by opening up their mosques to neighbors, running interfaith events, and participating in local community projects. They are actively involved in charity, with Muslim-led charities being at the forefront of providing aid both at home and abroad. This proactive approach shows a deep commitment to contributing to a more tolerant and understanding society for everyone. This drive to make a positive impact is clear when you look at the incredible contributions British Muslims make in every field imaginable. We have people like Mo Farah, a national hero and one of the greatest long-distance runners in history. In the world of politics, Sadiq Khan serves as the Mayor of London, representing one of the world's most diverse cities. In the arts, actor Riz Ahmed has won awards for his powerful performances, while I've been lucky enough to share my love of baking with the nation. These are just a few examples of people who are inspiring the next generation. Looking ahead, the story of Islamic culture in the UK is one of hope and continued growth. The community is youthful, dynamic, and deeply woven into the fabric of the nation. Yes, there are debates and different opinions within the community, just as there are in any large group of people, but the overwhelming spirit is one that seeks to balance faith and heritage with a proud British identity. By focusing on shared values like compassion, charity and community, British Muslims are not just part of Britain's future. They are actively helping to build a better and more inclusive one for us all.